continuously, or reversals, right? And those are the things we look for. We look for trending trends, uptrends, downtrends, sideways, which is the range, breakouts, which is, the breakout that we get when we do the retest strategy, right? So these different strategies are, pretty much, for your success. Types of types of technical indicators, right? We want to go over the different types of indicators we have, right? We have trending indicators, which is moving averages, MACD, right? We have momentum indicators, which is RSI, stochastic. We also have something called volatility indicators, which is the Bollinger Bands and the ATR. I've broken down many of these indicators before. I actually showed you how these indicators work. I use the Bollinger Bands. I use moving averages, and sometimes I may use the stochastic or the RSI, right? But we also have something called volume indicators, right? And volume indicators are the OBV volume profile, right? And I experienced some volume profile indicators. Volume is, when they say volume profile, that's pretty much where is the smart money, right? Or the market makers pumping their money into, right? What are they pumping their money into? Which currency are they pumping their money into? Are they pumping their money into GBP? Are they pumping their money into USD? And these things are indicators, and some are short for some can give signals of momentum, which is the momentum indicator, right? What momentum is it doing? Is it a bearish momentum, or is it a bullish momentum, right? These are the things that
Glover,
you.
excuse me, Mr. Glover,
Yes.
your screen is not sharing.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No, sir. Let me go ahead and make you the host again. You are good to go on the host. You should be able to share your screen.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So that's really weird. I thought it was sharing. All right. Cool. All right. So we'll go back to trends, ranges, and breakouts, right? So trends, ranges, and breakouts, right? Trends consist of upward and downward price movement. Ranges are sideways market where price fluctuates between support and resistance levels, right? So which means it's pretty much in between, stuck in between a before it does the breakout, right? Breakouts when price moves beyond support and resistance signals potential trend continuation or reversals, right? And just like I say, those are what we look for. We look for continuations or reversals. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right. So these are the type of indicators I just went over: trending indicators, momentum indicators, volatility indicators, and volume indicators. So make sure you write down, because I know my screen wasn't sharing at the time. So make sure you write down these indicators, for your notes: a trending indicator, a momentum indicator, volatility indicator, and volume indicator, right? And I just explained the volume indicator meaning, where are the smart money pumping their money into, which would be the volume indicator, right? Volatility indicators and moving averages, or like trending indicators, show what type of trend are we in, right? And we always like to say the trend is our friend. So if the trend is our friend, make sure you either know, the reversal. You want to look at and see what the reversal patterns are happening, right? Because just because it's trending doesn't mean you're always going to be, trading with the trend. Because once you see these, uh, once you see these different movements in the market, you're going to understand that, the trend is your friend. But at the same time, when you understand market structure and the things that we're talking about, it's going to definitely help you in the long run. Because remember, we have market structure, and then you have extra confirmations. Other than the market structure will be, these type of indicators, or just regular market structure and support and resistance. Okay, market structure and indicators working together. So this is how market structure and indicators work together. Market structure provides the content while indicators give specific signals, right? That signal doesn't mean a buy all be all though, right? Those signals mean that is a extra confirmation on top of your top of your actual trend, your actual yeah. So the trending indicators confirm directly with a trend, right? Momentum indicators show strength of price movements. Volatility indicators help assets, risk, and entry points, right? And volume indicators reveal the strength behind price movement. Practical applications, right? Identify a asset's market structure first, right? Trending, ranging, breakout. So write that down as number one, right? Then you can use the indicators for extra confirmed signals before entering a trade. So this is your other confirmation I was talking about, right? So combining multiple indicators for higher probability setups, right? So you can use multiple indicators and then those extra indicators, if they're doing the same thing, the same confirmation, then that's how you can actually determine whether to enter a trade as well. Always consider risk management alongside with market analysis. We always use proper risk management. Whether this put a stop loss on it, right? Put a stop loss and a TP on it, right? That actually gives your trade an extra insurance policy, right? To actually, if you actually lose that trade, right, you will live to trade another day, right? I like to use that saying because it's so true, right? All right, so we're gonna give you some homework, right? Some homework at the end of this, and then we're gonna hop in the lab. We're gonna hop on time to make some money, right? Everybody's like it's time to make some money, yeah, but we like to get the actual structure first, and then we can go on here and make some money, right? So identify the market structure of the three different assets, right? Stocks, forex pairs, crypto, etc. Determine if they are trending, ranging, or breaking out, right? So what you would do is you will find a structure. You will see if it is actually trending, ranging, and breaking out, and you're gonna label those. Label trending, ranging, and breaking out, right? Note any technical indicators that confirm or contradict your findings, right? So using if you are using indicators, right, do they confirm or contradict your finding? Like, do they go with your market structure, or do they not go with your market structure and you maybe lost a trade or something like that? This is all through back testing and everything like that as well. Um, be prepared to discuss your analysis on the next session, right? So yeah, so we're gonna once the next class comes, you want to write down this stuff for your actual homework, right? And on Wednesday's class, we're gonna go over those at the end of that class. We're gonna go over those homework assignments. So make sure you get in and understand those homework assignments, right? Right. So let's go. Awesome, awesome. Got the fire and flames in chat. Yep, yep, yep. Yes. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. All right. So let's go to the next thing. We're gonna go to Forex Factory because we like to see what's going on in the news, right? Because the volatility in the market may be some volatile times in the market that you do not want to enter into the markets, or it may be some volatile times where you do want to enter into the markets, right? And those times in the markets happen around the red folders and the orange folders, right? So with tomorrow being, you know, April the 1st, April Fool's Day. Look, US has news on April Fool's Day. I wonder if it's gonna be volatile or not. Yeah, hopefully that these folders are uh going to make normally they will, right? Red folders, orange folders will make it volatile, but it might be April Fool's Day tomorrow. They might have this stuff come on here and the market might not move just because it's April Fool's Day, right? But we're not gonna say that. We still gonna make the market look like a fool because it's April Fool's Day, right? So you want to go and see where is a good time, and always know that down here we're on forexfactory.com, and forexfactory.com is a great tool for our traders, because forexfactory.com actually shows you sessions Tokyo, Sydney, London, New York, right? And with the overlap, right, that's where a lot of money is made. Right here in the overlap, right, that's where a lot of money is made, right? So keep that in mind as well when you're looking at the sessions and when you're placing your trades, right? So right now, AUD is good, JPY, NZDs, right? Those currency pairs, or those currencies, are going to be active around this time, right? Tokyo going to be mostly JPYs, right? So keep your eyes on the JPY. So that's why you're actually able to make money, on in your sleep, right, during the JPY sessions, right? With our stop losses and TPs set, we're able to do that, right? We're actually able to print money from our chart. So after you go through to see what days you want to enter in at, you can add more days down here, right? After you add more days down here, you see that Friday, unemployment on Friday, non-farm employment change on Friday, unemployment rate on Friday. So it's a lot of red folders on Friday at 8:30, right? So what I like to do is alarms. Set your alarms for 8:30 CAD has news, or 8:30 USD has news, right? And you want to do it 5 minutes before. You want to set your alarm 5 to 10 minutes before the news hits, so you can see what it's doing on the charts, right? You don't want to just think. I used to almost think that every time there's a red folder, oh, it's about to buy, or it's not just that it's about to buy. It's what is it doing around the time of the news. This is what you want to look at. Sometimes the news, skyrockets up, right? But then sometimes the news will shoot in a direction, but it's only doing a retracement, a deep retracement, before it actually goes the proper way, right? So say a trend is going up, right? A trend is going up, right? And in that trend, let's go to the charts now. So, and in that trend, let's see what we looked at last time. So, say a trend is going up, and in that trend, there's the news happens, right? So sometimes the trend is going up. Let's see, get an arrow going. All right, trend is going up, right? But then sometimes the news will do a deep retracement sometimes just to buy, right? The news will do a number like this, right? The news will do a number like this, right? A news will do a number like this. It'll draw all the way down here just to bounce up, right? And that might be a shoulder right here. See what I'm saying? So yeah, you really have to understand, or it may pull all the way down here to bounce up off of here, right? Pretty much it pulls back or retraces to the trend that it was already going to go to. But this right here is taking out all buyers that enter in up here. So you have to understand what the market is doing and seeing what it's doing, right? Make sure you put in the chat as well what pair you would like to look at, right? What pair would you like to make some money on today, right? What pair would you like to make some money on today? What pair would you like to print some dinero, right? Some dollars. Let's see here. We're gonna put this there. Just place them in the chat. But that just pretty much what we just went over was consolidation, right? Which is the sideways market. I like to put my sideways market in little boxes, right? So think about it like this. This was a sideways market at one time, right? This was a sideways market. Sideways market. And as you can see right here, it's a trending market. Trending market right here. Trending right down. And then we got it trending up, right? So trending market, consolidation market, which is sideways market. Then we got the breakout, right? We got the breakout right here. This happened around the breakout sign right here. Breakout. Breakout. What are you gonna do on the breakout? Wait for the retest, right? Wait for the retest. So it pretty much broke out of this zone, pushed up, then came back down, right? Coming back down here to this zone. But all in all, looks like a uptrend is happening. So make sure you see that uptrend happen. All right. So let's see what people want to see today. There we go. Okay, you got 2 for Euro USD. We got 3 for Euro USD. Whoa, okay. We got 3 Euro USD. So we're gonna go to Euro USD first. Euro USD. What's happening on Euro USD? I'll erase the remove drawings. Zoom out. We're gonna go to the daily. So even on a daily, as you can see, that looks like a shoulder, right? And this is like a long term. That looks like a shoulder. This is like a shoulder. Right? But also long term, if you're looking at it, there's a gap right here, right? You know, we like to look for the gaps because the market has to fill up those gaps. No telling when it's gonna fill up those gaps, right? But there's a big gap right here. There's a little gap down at the bottom right here. And how you find those is you look for a gap. So there's a gap in between this wick, right? And this wick. And as you can see, or shadow, right? And as you can see, this wick and that wick, nope, nothing really came through there to touch it. We'll go on a smaller time frame and take a look at that to see. So I'll go to zoom out. Okay, so even better. I found a gap all the way down here. So yeah, it's a small gap down here that haven't been filled yet as well. So so right, so we got these gaps down here that it could possibly come down to. If you look at these, right, on the hour, looks like an inverted head and shoulders on the hour. See right here, got an inverted head and shoulders. These are the patterns that we were talking about looking for the reversals, so you don't get caught in the trend is my friend mindset to where the trend is totally your friend, because it is your friend, but it's not your friend when there is a reversal pattern happening, right? All right, so inverted, right? Head and shoulders, right? So let's go down. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the daily. Let's do the previous day, previous high. I just want to show you those gaps that was happening in the market that has not filled up yet. Hold up, let me see. Go down to the 5 minutes. Yeah. All right. So this right here is pretty much a shoulder. This right here is it. So consolidation, right? Breakout. That's what we just went over. Consolidation on a 5 minute, right? Consolidation, breakout. So, and it's been pretty much ranging down. pushing up. It's kind of in the middle right now. But we're gonna buy by market on that, and buy by market means to press buy right now, right? And we're gonna go long on that position. So when we go long on that position, we gotta set our stop losses and take profits, right? So we're gonna put our stop loss below this box, which is about, all right. Buy by market on GU. I'll go to 20 pips. 20 pips. All right, so coordinates, GBP, buy by market at 1.29, 219. All right, we're gonna TP at 1.29. 3374. So we're gonna go to stop loss 1.29070, right? So that is for GU buy by market, and we're gonna see what that does tonight, right? And then we're gonna go to the NAS, but let me see if anybody put any other pairs inside the chat. Make sure you drop some pairs in the chat. Yep. So let's see here. All right. We're gonna go to the NAS. See what the NAS got going on. NAS. Oh dang, right? NAS 100. Okay. So erase everything off the NAS. Remove drawing. Let's see. Go to the daily. Previous day was a small candle, right? Small candle with some wick, with some shadow on it. All right. Wicks with some shadow on it, and then you go to the hour. See what's on the hour. Okay, possibly filling up this gap right here on the hour. Possibly filling that gap out. Let's see. Yeah, filling that gap up. So let's do buy by market, right? On the NAS. Buy by market. Buy by market on the NAS. And we're gonna keep our stop losses kind of tight on here because the NAS 100. Right, we're gonna do a 40 pip stop loss, 50 pip stop loss on the NAS. We're gonna do a 50 pip. We're gonna do a 50 pip on we can do 125, 150 on that. Let's go to the 5 minutes, see what it's doing. It's down at this zone, so you should be in profit on that buy on the NAS. All right, so as you can see, what it did on the daily, right? We got three large candles right here, right? These are called the 3 white horseman pattern, right? 3 white horsemen right here. So currently up as well. Sad that gold is just pretty much just making new highs. So it's like a lot of bullish momentum going on. So let's look at previous day high, right? Previous day low. Where could it go, right? Go to the hour. So this was my three candlestick thing on the so I'll cancel that. Check out this hour candle right here. That happened the last hour. So 5 minutes. Zoom out, right? 5 minutes, zoom out. Will it make a new high? Will it make a new high? That is the question. So, what we gonna do? We're gonna put an alert right here. And we're gonna put an alert. See what it's gonna do, if it breaks it or if it bounces off of this zone. All right. So it's literally at the top of resistance right now. And this was the bottom of support on the daily, right? So this actually filled in this gap right here. This was a gap right here that formed. This right here filled the gap.